I learned 3 languages in 3 years, including French to fluency in just under 6 months. And if there's one tip, one piece of advice I could give you to take when it comes to learning a new language, it's to focus on pronunciation from the start. I think this is so underrated. Like, people don't realize just how much of a difference pronunciation makes in terms of your ability to speak fluently in a language. It's going to improve your confidence. You're literally just going to sound more like a native speaker, which is going to make you even more confident. People are going to have a better time understanding you. So many benefits to having good pronunciation. Also, languages are just so beautiful, and it's such a shame to not be able to speak it with the correct sounds that make it so beautiful. In some of the comments in my videos, I get people who literally don't believe that I wasn't born and raised in France or spent a lot of time in France. Like, I was speaking to one of my friends the other day, their parent, who's a French native, didn't believe that I didn't spend a huge amount of time in France because my accent was too good. Honestly, I get these comments quite a lot in French and in Japanese every now and then as well. It's such a big thing when it comes to people's perception of how well you speak. For example, if you have a really high level in a language, but your pronunciation and accent isn't really that good, people aren't going to think you're actually as good as you are in the language. Whereas if you have good pronunciation, but maybe a worse level in the language, people are going to think you're so much better. And that's literally what I've experienced when learning French. Also, languages evolved in a certain way to be pronounced in the ways they are pronounced, which means if you can manage to develop a good pronunciation, good accent all around, you are going to find it easier just to speak in general, because in reality, a lot of the ways languages evolve is because people are lazy. Languages evolve so that things become easier to say. Think about all the contractions in English, I'm instead of I am. And if you're able to pronounce these correctly, it's almost just going to flow even more naturally the way you speak, because the language has evolved to be spoken really fluidly and easily. For example, in Russian, there's a word "здравствуйте," which means hello. When you actually spell it out, it's spelled like this. There is so many letters and things, and if you actually try to say it out loud, it would be almost impossible without missing letters. And in fact, the pronunciation is so naturally derived from the correct spelling into what is just easier to say. Здравствуйте becomes здравствуйте. And you'll find this a lot of the time when it comes to pronunciation in languages. In summary, focus on pronunciation from the start. It will help you develop good habits. People find it easier to understand you. You'll be more confident and you'll just sound better, you know? Like, why not have a good pronunciation? It makes such a big difference. People think you're better. So definitely give this a go.